right, this is the Pahrump Justice Court. It's the 12th of September. We have an afternoon calendar, case 22 CR 01888, State of Nevada versus Mr. Leonardo Blundo. Present on behalf of Mr. Blundo is Mr. Gentile.
Yes, Your Honor. State Bar number 1923. I'm actually here in the stead of Paola Armeni, who is lead counsel in this matter.
Thank you, sir. How would I spell Ms. Paola's last name?
Well, her first name is harder. It's Paola. It's not Paula, it's Paola.
Okay.
All right. Her last name is well, let's see, which one are we going to use? Armeni, Armeni.
Armeni. Okay, great. And is Mr. Glennen available today?
Yes, I'm at the council table.
Thank you, sir. So the prosecutor's here today, and Ms. Gentile appearing specially for Ms. Armeni. Is that correct?
Armeni.
Armeni.
He is said like an A.
Okay. Hey, sir, as long as I have you here, am I pronouncing it correctly? Is your client Mr. Blundo?
It is Blundo.
Okay, good.
I don't know how he wants to say it.
Well, you and
I would say it is Blundo.
Okay. Well, that's what we'll stick with. Is Mr. Blundo available today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you there in the courtroom, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, have a seat, sir. All right. Well, it appears that everybody's here today. How should we best move this matter along?
Well, let Mr. Gleason go first.
Mr. Glennen.
Excuse me.
It's only been 32 years.
Mr. Glennen.
Yes, and I'm Glasson.
You're Glasson. That's
yeah.
This is a felony matter. We summoned Mr. Blundo in here. We would like to see if we could arrange a book and release today so that we can get that part over with.
All right. And assuming we're able to go forward with that, how about involvement of the judge? What would you like me to do in this case?
Well, to the best of my knowledge, there has not been anything entered with regard to either a plea or a date set for a preliminary hearing.
That's correct, sir.
All right. So it would seem to me that if we could get a preliminary hearing, candidly, I would like to invoke the prelim to be within 15 days, but I'm told that Miss Armeni is not going to be available. If it's set for a Monday, which this has historically been set for Mondays. If it's set for a Monday, then she won't be able to make a Monday until October 3rd. But if it can be, set earlier than that, conveniently with the court, I'm going to assume, of course, that we're going to get the discovery pretty quickly. Then I would really invoke. This is a matter that really needs to be expedited if possible.
Mr. Glennen, how is your calendar and your witnesses for a preliminary hearing sooner rather than later?
I probably am available any day except for Tuesdays. As Your Honor knows, that's commissioner meetings, and I don't have an assistant to go and do those meetings for me.
All right. Well, let me grab my my calendar, which I'll tell you it's electric if I have somebody here to help me with it, but I'm going to grab it off the wall. And I'll tell you right now, we've got all the bells and whistles and all the electronic stuff, but sometimes this is the type of calendar I can look at.
Yeah.
Well, the week of October 2nd, the Sunday the 2nd, I have availability for that Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
So that would be the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th.
Correct. Let me just double check one other matter here.
Let me take, I'm going to walk out of this office for a second. The person who supports both Paola and me is about 8 feet away from me, and she's going to have Paola's calendar.
Okay.
And if I could interrupt and say I'm good any of those days.
Well, I will make myself available.
Your Honor,
Yes, Miss Clerk.
Fridays, this court is not open, just so you're aware.
We're closed on Fridays?
Yes.
Oy, okay.
Well, Your Honor, we're good on the 4th. October 4th works.
Can we finish by sundown, Mr. Glennon?
Yes.
Well, no,
You know-
that's an important thing for me.
Yes.
Okay. Then Tuesday, October 4th, would it be all right if we started at 9 a.m.?
Perfect.
Mr.
Your
Glennon?
Honor,
Yes, Miss Clerk.
I apologize. 9 a.m., both courtrooms here are being used at 9 a.m. However, we can do an afternoon in courtroom B.
All right. What time can we start at 1 o'clock in your afternoons?
Yes.
Your Honor, that
Sir,
would be the day of the commissioner meeting. I mean, the time of the commissioner meeting, 1 till like 4 or so.
who said that?
That's Robert Glennen, District Attorney.
Okay.
All right. Well, then let me go and see I know the 5th is not available.
All right.
Let me see if the 6th and 7th are.
Very
Well, I
well.
guess the 7th is a Friday. So we're
Correct.
gonna have to do it on the 6th. Before I do that, may I inquire of the clerk if the courtroom is available on the 6th in the morning?
It is not.
Is it available any morning?
No.
So no matter what, we can't commence a preliminary hearing until 1 in the afternoon in Pahrump, no matter what day we do it. Am I right?
Yes. That is correct. I am trying to correspond with the court administrator right now to find out about Friday if possible.
See, may I, just for purposes of discussing this as informally as we can on a record. I'm a little concerned that we will not complete a prelim in a 3 or 4 hour period. I have not had an opportunity to speak with Mr. Glennon. I think I have an incorrect email address and telephone number for him because I've been calling him at the number that's in the Nevada Legal Directory, and there doesn't seem to be an answer ever. So I don't know what the discovery is. I have a hunch that it's a 2 or 3 witness prosecution case, maybe 4 witnesses. I don't know. And if he can enlighten us a little bit, that would give me a better opportunity to determine whether we can get this done in a few hours like that.
Mr. Glennon, do you have an understanding of how long it might take for your office to provide what you believe to be sufficient evidence to establish probable cause of this alleged crime?
Mr. Gentile's right. It may take 3-4 hours when all said and done. I don't think longer than that.
And then, I can't say that Miss Armeni has necessarily adopted my cross-examination technique, but it could, if it's going to take 3 or 4 hours for the state to put its case in chief on, does that include anticipated cross-examination?
I've gotten to watch it, and yes, I have. I think it'll be 3 or 4 hours with the best you can do.
Well, we might be able to get it done in a day. My concern is an overnight stay. And also the court's calendar. The court may not be able to accommodate 2 days in a row. I don't know that.
Well,
But
it's-
I'll go find out what we can do in terms of not doing it. Am I correct that we cannot do this on the 4th?
Your Honor,
I
Yes.
would really have a hard time with it, Your Honor.
who said that?
Oh, that's Robert Glennen, District Attorney. That's the
Okay,
commissioner meeting is the 4th, I believe. Tuesday,
I see. I see. And you're counsel to the commissioners as well.
right?
Commissioner,
Honor.
I want to, just a moment, Ms. Clerk. Ms. Glennon, I want to clarify this. Commissioners of what county?
Esmeralda County.
Thank you, sir. Okay, Ms. Clerk.
The court administrator has advised that, we will make the court available for Friday, a Friday.
Well, then we could do the whole thing in one day. Let me see if we're available. I'll be right
Thank you,
back.
sir. Appreciate it. I'm sorry, the voice activated microphones seem to work on an echo effect. If somebody speaks in the courtroom, some substantial length of time lapses before the camera switches. That's why I'm asking folks to identify themselves from the courtroom.
Understood, Your Honor. Robert Glennen.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Well, the good news is that we just found Miss Armeni.
Ms.
So she
Armeni,
can
good
deal with her
afternoon.
own calendar.
Hi, Your Honor.
Good
Sorry.
afternoon, ma'am.
And I move to withdraw.
Okay, well, that'll be taken under advisement. Ms.
Okay.
Armeni, how would your office be for a preliminary hearing on the 7th of October?
Your Honor, I actually have to cover a competency hearing that day. The court set that and there's several doctors. So I don't think I cannot make the 7th.
All right, ma'am, we're trying to set a rapid preliminary hearing according to Mr. Gentile's representation. What is your first available date?
Are we looking at the 1st of October?
I'm looking at your first available date.
Was the 3rd an option?
The 3rd of October?
Yes.
Mr. Glennon, how would your office be for the 3rd?
Your Honor, it's my understanding that the 3rd, oh, I don't know. I don't know if it's available in the morning.
It's not available in the morning.
So the only mornings we could do is on Friday, correct?
Bear with me, Your Honor.
And Your
Okay.
Honor, is it the court's preference to do the preliminary hearing in the afternoon versus the morning? Or
Well-
I'm sorry, reverse, in the morning versus the afternoon?
I'm sorry, ma'am, you missed the first part, is that for some reason, courtrooms are never available in the town of Pahrump for preliminary hearings in the morning. I don't know why, but that's, the clerk was nice enough to find a Friday morning because
Okay.
the court's dark on Fridays and they'd be willing to illuminate it for us. So I think we're looking for either afternoons starting right at 1 or perhaps a Friday if you want a morning.
Robert Glennon, Your Honor, I should probably forward to Ms. Armani that I'm estimating with cross-exam, we should be able to get this done in 3 or 4 hours. You may wish longer, but that's what my feeling is right now.
Your Honor,
Yes,
so October 3rd, there is availability in the morning in Department B.
Beautiful.
At
If we-
9 o'clock.
but if we bleed into the afternoon, is that department still available?
Okay, yes, it'll be fine if it goes into the afternoon.
Okay, let me just double check one more. Okay. All right, I'm back on track. What dates could we talk about?
Is October
October
3rd?
3rd,
Sorry, I got an echo or two people talking at once. Which
October 3rd,
okay, I can be available October 3rd. Can Mr. Glennon be available October 3rd?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Ms. Armeni, October
Yes.
3rd?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's a bingo. I need just to find a judge to cover my court, but that's easy. October 3rd, Ms. Clerk at 9 o'clock.
yes.
Excellent. All right. What else might we want to accomplish today? Ms. Armeni, did you wish to discuss when you might receive discovery?
Yes, Your Honor, it's my understanding Mr. Gentile has reached out to Mr. Glennon a couple times requesting information, and we haven't yet received that.
Mr. Glennon, when could you provide the defense with the documentation and information that should be disclosed for a preliminary hearing?
My staff is here, Your Honor, so I would guess within a day.
All right. So by sundown tomorrow, Ms. Armeni's office will have received that.
That's my belief.
And Mr. Glennon, I've got your information here from the Nevada Bar website. What's the best working telephone number if Ms. Armeni wants to contact you?
9 to 5, it's 775. That's the DA's office, Esmeralda DA's office.
All right. Is there anything else we ought to try to get going today as long as we have everybody here?
Your Honor, can I just ask if Mr. Glennon's correct email is on the State Bar website? That way I can email him as well.
Mr. Glennon, are you aware of whether or not you've got it looks like at Hotmail?
Yeah, that's still valid and 31 years and running.
Well, yeah, I've got one at Hotmail too, 31 years and running, but nobody's looked at it in the last 30. Okay. Actually, I was the second owner of my name. Wouldn't believe what the first owner of my name was into. Okay. What else should we try to take care of today? Mr. Glennon, you indicated that Mr. Blundo has not yet been booked.
Yes,
Ms.
the state
Armeni,
would request a book and release.
Ms. Armeni, any objection to Mr. Blundo being booked and released?
No, Your Honor.
Okay,
For a walkthrough, I'm assuming then? It would be a walkthrough?
I don't know what a
Yes.
walkthrough means, but Mr. Glennon cannot accompany him. He's opposing counsel. So Mr.
Yeah.
Blundo, you're on your onesies to take direction from the clerk and bailiff as to where to go to get your picture taken. And that will
Thank
be
you, Ron.
all right. Now I ordered that be accomplished this afternoon.
And Your Honor, is the court ordering a own recognizance release?
Absolutely. And we can hear any requests for conditions or modifications by appropriate motion. Mr. Glennon, anything else?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Please, everybody I think everybody's basically an out of towner. Please familiarize yourselves with the clerk and the protocols and the electronics there in Pahrump Justice Court so that we can move along promptly.
Will do, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. We look forward to seeing everybody on the 3rd at 9 o'clock, and we're adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you.